Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Reactor and this is Quinn, and today's article comes from businessinsider.com and it's titled, Amazon built an AI tool to hire people but had to shut it down because it was discriminating against women.
What?
They built a sexist AI on purpose. The world's... Well, no, they're not the richest corporation. Apple is still worth more, I think, but he has collected more money. So Apple probably pays its employees more, I would guess. Yeah, that's CEO Jeff Bezos choking.
So you have to really wonder, like, who the hammer came down on, the guy that was following orders and created what he was told to create, what they were, you know, whatever team was working on that. And it's like, who knows? Is it somebody's always going to take the blame for some mistake in the planning process?
Yeah, I wonder if it's higher up or lower down.
Right.
Yeah. Amazon worked on building an artificial intelligence tool to help with hiring, but the plans backfired when the company discovered the system discriminated against women, Reuters reports. Citing 5 sources, Reuters said Amazon set up an engineering team in Edinburgh, Scotland in 2014 to find a way to automate its recruitment. The company created 500 computer models to trawl through past candidates' resumes and pick up on about 50,000 key terms. The system would crawl the web to recommend candidates. Oh, so the AI learned from their hiring habits, and their hiring habits were sexist, so it learned to be sexist.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing that's what they're getting at. They literally wanted it to be an engine where I'm going to give you 100 resumes, it will spit out the top 5, and we'll hire those, one source told Reuters.
Seems legit. So is it saying that maybe men had better looking resumes at this moment in this system than the women did?
Yeah, it had the keys, the terms that they were looking for.
Right.
Although I wonder if male was a term it was looking for because it was common.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's probably more males working at Amazon, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what the division of male versus female employees is at companies. Is it more male? They always paint it to be, like they hiring is sexist. There's always more males.
Dave, I really don't know, but what I do know is I just thought it was just fairly split even because it had to be because of just following
I don't think so.
certain standards.
I don't think it's like that though. A year later, however, engineers reportedly noticed something troubling about their engine. It didn't like women. This was apparently because the AI combed through predominantly male resumes submitted to Amazon over a 10-year period to accrue data about whom to hire. Yeah. Men have more resumes, maybe? Consequently, the AI concluded that men were preferable. It reportedly downgraded resumes containing the words women's and filtered out candidates who had attended 2 women-only colleges. Okay.
Wow, it's messed up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Amazon's engineers apparently tweaked the system to remedy these particular forms of bias, but couldn't be sure the AI wouldn't find new ways to unfairly discriminate against candidates. Yeah, gender bias was not the only problem, Reuters sources said. The computer programs also spat out candidates who were unqualified for the position. Huh. Remedying algorithmic bias is a thorny issue, as algorithms can pick up on subconscious human bias. In 2016, ProPublica found that risk assessment software used to forecast which criminals were most likely to reoffend exhibited racial bias against black people. Over-reliance on AI for things like recruitment, credit scoring, and parole judgments have also created issues in the past. No matter what, that AI, what is it? It says... the risk assessment software used to forecast which criminals were most likely to reoffend.
Right.
Hypothetically, if black people were more likely to reoffend, it would find that, right? And then it would be racist. Because statistics would be racist then. When statistics show racism, they become racism themselves because society is insane. Yeah.
At the heart of it, a person had to create the technology that this thing, the only way it exists is because someone has created it and created the algorithm in which it uses. So if we were to go, how much do we want to rely on on that,
Yeah.
over a human.
It kind of confused me because it feels like the algorithm would be easy to tweak. Ignore these words, and then you'll get male and female. You wouldn't get 50-50, maybe, because maybe one gender is better than the other or has more things they're looking for,
Right.
education-wise, but, like there are women who have the same resume as men, but they're also different resumes,
And this is just all this is being done just because they
Are lazy.
right,
It saves
'cause
them
it saves time,
Yeah.
right?
Amazon reportedly abandoned the AI recruitment project by the beginning of last year after executives lost faith in it. Reuters sources said Amazon recruiters looked at recommendations generated by the AI but never relied solely on its judgment. Another cool thing, they're not using the AI anymore, but it means it was hackable. You could trick Amazon into hiring you,
Right.
if you knew the code.
As with most things that
Yeah.
are created by people, there's always some other way to make it work differently.
Amazon told Business Insider it was committed to workplace diversity and quality, but declined to comment further. Yeah, that's the end of it.
It really makes me think about movies I've seen and stuff that I've thought about for the future and how AI will be a huge part of our future. And imagine interviewing at a job where you're sitting across not even a table, you're just sitting in a room and talking to a screen. And it's not even a human being who's interviewing you, but it's AI who's interviewing for a position where you'll never be supervised.
AI doing the interview now?
Possibly. I mean,
Yeah,
it would
like-
save money.
I imagine they were still doing interviews and stuff like that,
Right.
They were just filtering out bad resumes
Right.
because they probably get a lot. Yeah, that's probably what it is. They were like, we have too much to go through.
I mean, we already do remote interviews where you're talking to a person, however, the person is just pixels. So it really could be anybody that you're talking to at that point,
Yeah.
So I think about AI deciding, okay, if it can look at probability of criminals, if it was reliable, imagine if it could hunt down a murderer before they're going to strike by just the probability of their actions.
I don't think that would happen.
Right.
But
We may be far from
like,
that.
so imagine the police are biased and they arrest more black people. The AI would then it doesn't see who's more likely to reoffend. It sees who's more likely to be caught reoffending.
Right.
So that would change everything.
I feel like if AI could, sorry, I was going to say, did you want to keep going?
No. Well,
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, sorry, but if the AI could be solving crimes, I'm going back to that. If it could be solving crimes, then I think it would do a lot better job than a lot of humans, because human beings have so many things that are distracting them,
Yeah, the problem would be if, like, say the data actually showed that some genders were a certain way and some races were different than other races.
Right.
The AI would definitely see that, and that would disrupt the data. It would disrupt the algorithm. Human
Right.
biases, going into AI.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
AI operates with pure logic, sorta, if it's perfect. I don't know. I guess a perfect AI would be able to hire perfectly, but once it started hiring perfectly, I imagine it would be called biased. Like if a job that women predominantly occupy,
Right.
career that women generally do more of, it would see that and think men suck at that job. It's going to be sexist then.
Right. I
you
want to
can't
see on
stop
the
it.
other end of this, like if this was a bunch of people that were trying to get a job in a career
Hooters.
that's dominated by
Like Hooters,
what?
dominated by women.
Okay.
That's just one I can think of. I'm sure
Right.
there are others.
Well, I was thinking more like medical field.
Yeah, I don't think medical fields are dominated by women though. Like nurse used to be like looked at as a female job. I don't think that's an issue anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'd have to look into like which jobs are more dominated by which, but it would be nice to see a different study than just internal Amazon hiring.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of male midwives.
What's a midwife?
I think she helps you give birth.
Like
It's like a nurse that helps you give birth.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
And maybe there are.
Okay, I've heard of that.
I have no idea. It just sounds like a
like helps you like at your house or something.
Yeah.
Like when you're not going
like,
to a
like
hospital.
The expert who knows about childbirth. She's been through it.
Like you want to, like how some people will do it at their house.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, AI is gonna work off data that humans created. Yeah, I guess it's kind of weird. It's hard to. How are you going to create an AI, a true AI that doesn't have human bias? You know, it's going to be built off the human mind because of the way they're doing it by like crowdsourcing, CAPTCHA.
Right.
And you also noticed, those CAPTCHA things where it says like, click the boxes with the stop sign.
Right.
And what you're actually doing is teaching AI what a stop sign is, or that there's a stop sign in this picture, right?
Okay.
How come we never see those nighttime? Like, why? Do self-driving cars not, stop at signs at night? You know what I mean? They're always daytime photos.
I'm wary of riding in a self-driving car at this point. With, I do want to try it.
Yeah, that's all I have to say. How about you?
Nope, that's it.